Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. We are on the best friends map. Still trying to work out the jobs on here so we can then spread out to the other maps. I believe Dima and Vova are the first ones, but I know there's a job for delivering a whole bunch of wood to History of Theme. There's like 1 or 2 units of lumber that go to each of like 6 or 8 different locations, excuse me, around History of Theme. But there's still some jobs on this map. One of them, I brought up a truck to do it with, restarted the mission because the vehicle you're supposed to rescue wasn't there. So I restarted the mission. You can see the vehicles there now. You can see it from the truck looking over the hill. So we're going to get this one done, and then I'll take a look at the rest of the jobs and just see where we go from there. Whoa, got dark. Look out! Air raid! And I did back up with the controller instead of the keyboard. How about that? Appears to be a Kodiak, all decked out with the new skin. The winch is not pulling it up over that
Handbrake release.
lump there, the edge of the pond, so we'll do it elseways.
Handbrake release.
How's best to get out of here? Looks like right up there. I was thinking about getting on the front of it and using this hill as kind of a turnaround. But you know what? I think I'm just gonna go out the way it is. Maybe I'll turn it around up on the road.
Handbrake release.
It's got to go to the garage. So if I come out this way, pointing north, and then drop it and turn around, so we're just about at the sawmill. Right, we are at the sawmill. Had my right hand on the mouse doing the camera when I should have been hitting the brake. Let's see how much that stretches out. I guess the
handbrake.
oh,
Release.
handbrake is on. Duh. Pull that in a little bit more. Get my camera set right. Let's get to the garage. Give me a second. There we go. Got cold enough last night to have the heat on. But then when I
Handbrake release.
woke up, well, I woke up about 4 a.m. and put the heat on because it was so cold in here. I recorded a video on the PTS, got it uploading, had breakfast, fell back to sleep, and then woke up again as of like 8 o'clock. I fell back to sleep, woke back up again about 11. And it was 86 degrees in here because the air was off and the heat was up. So switched it over to air conditioning, and just now turned it down a little more because it was still, even after cooling it down, it was still a little uncomfortable. See, when I'm using my computer, I'm sitting like 3 feet away from a very good heat source. It's quite warm, so I have to crank the air conditioning down a couple extra degrees. I can't feel it on me directly. It's not like blowing hot air on me. It just, it's on the dining room end of my camper, so I can sit at the table, and so it heats up this whole end of the trailer. All right, there. If I end up wanting to use that for a thumbnail, I got the proper location on it for a thumbnail. All right, accept. Kill the engine. And kill the lights. And let's figure out what's next. All this is done, but for the two timed events. Different map. I think some of these are here, but Sevmont Repairs is all here. Deliver that trailer to the trailer shop. Okay, let's do that shit. I've got just the truck for it right here. Of course, is it high saddle or low saddle? It doesn't say. Just off-road truck is recommended. So maybe something like this would work. That's hooked up to the, I thought it was hooked up to one of those cabins. Well, there's the cabin. It doesn't matter. I don't know how that truck is set up. I know this one is set up to haul either a dolly or a low saddle. See? I just made that truck this morning before starting to record. There were 3 spots left on the control detour, and I just, 2 of the 3 spots had trucks near them. So I just jumped into that truck and grabbed the spot on the ground. The 3rd spot didn't have a truck anywhere near it, which is this one here. So I just, where are we picking that thing up? I don't see it on the map now. There it is. So I just used the free camera to get me over to where that spot is, and then spawned a truck there, and then jumped out of the free camera back into the truck I started out from. You have to start out in a truck, then go to free camera. And where you want to spawn the new vehicle, you just fly basically your free camera over to that spot, hit create, pick out your truck, and add it. And then you close the free camera and it puts you back in the truck that you started out from. And then you use the map to jump into the truck that you spawned. You open the garage and you fit it out the way that you want to. Tires, 5th wheel, crane, lights on top, you know, spare wheel versus roof rack, stuff like that. Actually, you can have both spare wheel and roof rack, but this spare wheel, basically you go with whatever has more repair points. In this case, The spare wheel right there on the back of the cab that you can see has why did I make that jog in it when I could have just used the tracks? Huh. Could have just been my hand shaking. So in this case, the roof rack only had like 560 points, where the spare wheel has 2,000. So I got rid of that ugly ass roof rack and just went with the spare wheel. I figured 2,500 versus 2,000 ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. And I hated the look of the roof rack. Then you know you got the whole tire selection to go to and everything. Just like you had it in the garage. Only it doesn't give you the information the same as it does in the garage. Like on the spare tire versus the roof rack that we were just talking about, it doesn't tell you how many points the spare tire gives you or the roof rack gives you. And some of the stuff can be hard to pick out, like the right visor. Oh boy. Coming around this end with that thing across there. I forgot about that. That is a real pain in the ass. And it, in the original version of this map, it was not there. Why in the hell would you block a driveway? And it's not there until you start delivering the concrete and steel shit that it needs to do the job. That's when it builds it. Before you build it, it wasn't there. Ah, it's a sled. And it's around the corner. I can't see where I'm going. Okay. All right. Now the delivery point, if I remember right, is quite a ways away. Oh, it's over there. That's right, trailer shop. It's the... There we go. And we got the right one. Trailer shop. I opened it up, but I never started the tracking. So back out to the T. Take the swamp across. Go up to there. Next turn is here. Next turn is here. And then we're there. So I'm basically just marking the turns. Gold Horse Mining. So dragging this thing around, I basically could have done with any of the trucks that I have available to me. Oh fuck. I forgot about this. I suppose I can drag this thing to it, through it. If I can get the truck through, I should be able to drag the trailer through. God, this is a pain in the ass. Those cabins you have to load onto a trailer. Suspension's about a third gone. It should be all right. Of course, I got that muddy field coming up. Probably want my... Ideally, I would have my suspension at full strength for that. a little sense of that cabin dragging me down, but not much. It actually hauls pretty light. It glides right along when you're not in mud. By the way, this is the Black Labs creation oven as of 5319. They call it the Gallahorn, something like that. So here's high gear. It's harder to keep it. Okay, just started to say, harder to keep it on the road. But then when the trailer goes airborne and comes down almost beside the truck, that makes it even more difficult. Magnetic attraction at work with these poles. Gotta pull it away from them. There's a rock coming. Let's swerve into it. I never turned the wheel. The truck just all of a sudden went to the left side of the tracks and smashes into the rock. I was trying to keep it to the right with the steering. Oh yeah, that thing tipped over in the middle of the shit. Well, that blinked away when we were done. So, except turn off the engine. I have no idea what we're doing next. Wise calls to your administration. Probably just because there's jobs I haven't done. Let's go to history of theme. That's what I was just looking at. Deliver Vova story. What truck? Let me restart. Now will it show me what truck? I know there's a bunch of truck. Well, there's trailers over here. Those aren't trucks. Ah, the truck that wasn't there. The truck that disappeared. Last time I was playing before all the updates. Take this card of Vovan as a gift because our. Okay? Because our. What have I got over here? I have an IX3880 right there next to it. Oh, oh, with a roll-off, no less. How could that have worked out better? Last time I saw this truck sitting there, I did not immediately pick it up. And then later, after an update, when I wanted to go get it, it wasn't there anymore. Might be a bit much for this roll-off, but if it wants to get tippy, I'll drag it behind me. I need a little more room. I can't really see it. I need to pull out ahead of it. Without being able to see it. Damn tree. I think we'll call it good. Handbrake V. Use 3-slot rollback. The mouse won't work. We use keyboard. Okay. See, I want to bring it this way. Didn't connect to the right one. That one. That's how you pull the winch. See, pushing number 4 doesn't do shit. Now I can't pull the winch. Oops. It says release winch. It says diff lock is available in only low gear. What? Where the fuck is pull winch? I understand it should be F on the keyboard. It's making noise, but it's not pulling the cable. I need to attach the winch. From this screen, not from the crane screen. The edge of the deck needs to be further down in the mud. So, gotta go back to this. Y for rollback controls. And do like that. Sink that deck in the mud. Now go back to hooking up the winch. Close functions and pull. Oh, come on. There we go. I wish it was more centered up, but nothing much I can do about that. Now, close functions, use 3-slot rollback. Rollback controls. Okay, close, close. Close. Now open again and pack truck. Okay. That took entirely too frickin' long.
намного комфортнее ехать. Здесь
We need to
тепловая
go
трасса,
around and back out.
решает он у нас. Также на
And
пониженной,
then
но уже не на минусе, а просто посередине спокойно здесь проезжать. Так что по
deliver
соседу
to
пожалуйста,
Vova
обгон. У нас
Story
еще разгон
somewhere.
обязательно будет. Бетон мы еще с вами. Уже сколько по Ютону прошло? Два таких, 3 стрима по 5-6 часов. Мы играем вчетвером там, да. Так что Ютон у нас, ребята, всерьез еще, я думаю, там еще 5-6 стримов у нас, наверное, с вами будет. Идем?
Okay,
Выйдем? Поехали.
got a big 15 minutes left.
Этот пазик себя показал нормально сначала. Боевку снова, потом ему записывают какой-то акцент, да, видите, было очень работает хорошо.
I know I have to go the other way, but I can't turn around right up against a fucking tree. One of those big trees that it doesn't like to knock over. And on a hillside, that'd be very likely to tip the truck over. I fully expect, with this thing being off center, for the truck to tip over, and then I'll just say fuck the rollback and pull it on a tow line. I didn't drive through those points. As soon as you miss one, none of the rest will work. Oops. I wasn't supposed to turn there. Never had anything this big on the rollback. And then the rollback sits to the rear further than it normally would because I have a crane behind the cab. Otherwise it would come forward another foot or more. But most of the weight is on the front. The front of the rollback, I mean. Travel to Vova Story. May cause collision problems. if that happens, we'll deal with it on the other side. It's packed down like any other load. I don't know if we'll get this there in this episode or not. Almost at an hour. Now let's see where it goes. Oh, just straight up the road a little bit. Well, that's nice. So this job was basically just to get you on this map. Except, and take a look. There's a tower right there, and there's a trail going towards it. There's a tower in front of us, to the right a little bit. I don't know if we're gonna stay on this map. There's still a lot of stuff on Bureau history. Might just turn around and go right back through the gate and get something like the cat eye 6x6 on this map to grab these towers. Got a clear DEMA and history of theme too. But for now, I'm just gonna say thanks for watching, and we'll do it again.